Subject Python for problem solving. Topic data type. Prepared by Professor Prabhu Shankar. Data types. Type represent the kind of value and determine how the value can be used. All data value in Python are encapsulated in relevant object classes. Everything in Python is an object and every object has identity, a type and values. Like another object-oriented language such as Java and C++, there are several data types which are built into Python. The extension modules which are written in C, Java or other languages can be defined additional types. To determine a variable's type in Python, can use type function. The type of some object can be changed. Objects whose values can be changed are called mutable, and objects whose values unchangeable once they can created are called immutable. Data type is the type of data that are going to be accessed with the program. Python supports different data types. Each data types may have predefined memory requirement and storage representation. Python handles several data types to facilitate the need of programmer and applications developer for workable data. The data stored in a memory can be many types. For example, the person's age is stored as a numeric value and his or her address is stored as alphabetic characters. The Python has various standard data types that are used to determine the operation possible on them and storage method for each of them. So see this figure. This is a hierarchy of data types. First one is number. That's also subcategories of integer, floating point, complex, and then boolean. Then sequence. The sequence also having string, tuples, list, and fourth one set, and last one dictionary. We will see elaborate in forthcoming slides. Number data type. Number data type store numeric values. This type immutable, that is value or item cannot be changed. One of many conveniences of using Python is that you don't really have to declare numeric value to distinguish the types. Python can readily tell one data type to another when you write or run your statement. It has 4 built-in numeric data types. Python can handle normal long integer and maximum length determined based on the operating system or based on the availability of memory. The floating point numbers and octal numbers and complex numbers, that is number within imaginary component. Numbers are created by using numeric literals. Numeric objects are immutable, which means when an object is created, its value cannot be changed. The Python has 3 distinct numeric types: integer, floating point numbers, and complex numbers. Integer represent negative and positive integer without fractional part, whereas floating point represent positive and negative with the fraction part. In addition, boolean are a subtype of plain integers. So we will see elaborate in next slide. The number data type having 4 subcategories. One is integer, long, float, complex numbers. The integer numbers, they are often called just an integer or int. They are positive or negative whole number with no decimal point. See this example 56, that is a normal integer number. 56, 12, whatever it may be. Suppose we are getting age, so without fraction point we are getting. So those number is called integer number. Next one is long. They are long integers. They can also be represented in octal or hexadecimal representations. So every data type having some memory limit. Suppose the integer having lesser than long, So exceed the length of the numbers or length or value, we go for long. So see the example 5, 6, 9, 2, 4, 3, 1 L. The L represent long. Suppose we are getting a long digit of your register number and then a mobile number. If we want to store means we go for a long. The third one is float. They are written with the decimal point dividing the integer and fractional part. Any integer part or long part with the fraction point means that number goes to float. See the example 56.778. This is coming under float. See all the currency value calculated using floating point numbers. So every currency value with fraction point. The last one is complex. This is a special feature of our Python. They are of the form a plus bj. So we have to add real and imaginary part, where a and b are floats and j represent the square root of -1, which is the imaginary number. The real part of the number is a and the imaginary part of the number is b. Suppose if you want to add or subtract any complex numbers with the real and imaginary part, we go for complex number type. It's a very simple. To other language don't have a complex type, but Python especially having complex number type. So these 4 number data types belongs to number category. The second type is sequence. A sequence is an order collection of items indexed by positive integers. It's a combination of mutable and immutable data types. The mutable means the value can be changed. Immutable means the value cannot be changed. There are 3 types of sequence data types available in Python. They are string, list, tuples. So what is a sequence means? We can store sequence of numbers. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a sequence of numbers. Maybe sequence of characters. Suppose a hi, that's also having sequence of characters. Any digit or any character be stored in order or sequence, that is called sequence data type. The example string, we can store a character in sequence. The name is a sequence of characters stored in string. So we have to use list and types, but in other language and C and C++ is used array concept, but in a Python we don't have array concept. That's why we go for list and tuples data types. So use those data types, we can store sequence of items like string or numbers. So we will see elaborate in next slide. Strings. It's coming under sequence data type. A string in a Python consists of series or sequence of characters, letters, numbers and special characters. The strings are marked by quotates, single quotates, double quotates, triple quotates. The 3 quotates are accepted Python. The individual character in string is accessed using subscript, that is called indexing. So every memory location is called index. The character can be accessed using indexing and slicing operations. Strings are immutable. That is, the content of the string cannot be changed after it is created. Once we created, we cannot change. That's why it's called string immutable. See the example, str is a variable within a double quote if offered hello. The sequence of characters put into double quotes, so that is called string. It's copied to str variable. Now the str variable coming under the category of string data type. The indexing start 0 is the beginning of the string and works their way from -1 at the end. The plus sign is a string concatenation operator and the asterisk is repetition operator. The strings are amongst the most popular type in Python programming. We can create them simply by enclosing character in quotates. Python treats single quotates the same as double quotates and triple quotates. Create a string is as simple as assigning a value to the variable. So we will see elaborate in next slide. The indexing, it's coming under string. See the example. The string A is the variable name. We stored HELLO, hello. The string data type accepts two types of indexing. One is positive indexing and another one is negative indexing. The positive indexing helps in accessing the string from the beginning, so 0 to the last number. The negative indexing subscript helps to access the string from the end. It's starting from higher negative value to lower negative value. See the example. So I already said two types of indexing, but positive indexing start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Negative indexing start last value to first value, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. See the example how we are going to access the value or string based on indexing. See the first example, A of 0. So A of 0 means it represents H value. Okay, the same value are using negative index A of -5. The both A of 0 and A of -5 will point out the value H. Is going to display H. Suppose we are using negative indexing. So A of 1, it's a positive indexing, is represent E value. So equivalent negative indexing A of -4, it will display E. So based on positive index or negative index, we can access the strings. So both methods support for string data types. List, it's also coming under sequence data type. The lists are most versatile of Python compound data type. Some extents of the list are similar to array in C. One difference between them is that all the items belonging to the list can be of different data types, but C only supports same data types. The list is an ordered sequence of items. The value in the list are called elements or items. It can be written as the list of comma separated items enclosed between square brackets. The item in the list can be of different data types. So we will see elaborate in next slide. This is examples of list. A list contains items separated by commas and enclosed within square brackets. So see this single list example. L equal to variable. How to create the list with the help of square brackets. The square brackets enclosed many elements. That element is called 1, 2, 3, 3.14 hello. Each element separated by commas. So this is the way we have to create a list. So we have to display L is going to display what are the elements in the list. Suppose if you want to access the first element, we have to specify indexing. See the small black rectangle. So L of 0 is going to display first element. So already we said this set the indexing starting from 0. So L of 1 means display 3.14, L of 2 means display hello. So nested list is just like a two-dimensional multi-dimensional array. A single variable we can store n number of lists, that is called a nested list. Or list within list, that is also called nested list. So we can access the each list with the help of index numbers. So in this example, tuples. The tuple is another sequence data type that's similar to a list. Tuples consist of number of variables separated by commas, unlike list. However, tuples are enclosed with a parenthesis. The tuples is an immutable list. That is, once a tuple has been created, it cannot add element to a tuple or remove element from a tuple. So once we create a tuple, that is lost. We cannot modify, we cannot update, we cannot delete. So what is the advantage of tuples over list? The tuple are faster than list because this is immutable. If it is user want to protect the data from accidental changes, tuple can be used. So once we create the list, we don't want to modify, means at the runtime we go for a tuples. So it's more protection. The tuples can be used as a key in a dictionaries while lists cannot. So tuple also we can use in dictionaries. There are a lot of benefits we are using tuples in your different applications. Mutable versus immutable. We already discussed about what is a list and tuples. The main difference between list and tuples are the lists are enclosed in square brackets. Their elements or size can be changed, while tuples are enclosed in parentheses. They cannot be updated. The tuples can be thought of as read-only list. So that is called a list. The numbers, strings and tuples are immutable. So once we create the list, we cannot modify, cannot be changed directly. So that is called immutable. So tuples also coming under immutable, string and numbers also. The list, dictionary and sets can be changed in place. So we can modify the list, we can modify the dictionary, we modify the text. So that is called mutable. So see this example. S of 0 already stored some value, that value h is going to display. So now S of 0 we are trying to store. Okay, so it's going to show the error. So that value is called immutable. We cannot add, we cannot modify, we cannot update. So that is called immutable. Here see the second one, L of 1. This is already having the value 3.14. L of 1 we are going to update 3.145. That can be accepted. So that is called mutable. So when we go for immutable, the list, the group of value at the runtime we cannot modify, we cannot update, we cannot delete, means that is called immutable. The runtime we can modify, we can update, we can remove, means that is called mutable. Mapping. The Python's dictionary are kind of hash table type. They work like associate array or hashes found in Perl and consist of key value pair. A dictionary key can be almost any Python type, but are usually numbers or strings. The value on their hand can be any arbitrary Python object. The data type is unordered and mutable type. The dictionary is a full under mapping. We will see next slide. Next data type, dictionaries. In Python, dictionary is a container of unordered set of elements like list. The elements are surrounded by curly braces. The elements in the dictionary are comma separated list of key colon value pairs, where key are usually numbers or strings and value can be arbitrary Python data type. To access dictionary elements, use the square brackets along with the key to obtain its values. See the example. So D equal to, D is a dictionary variable. We have to create the dictionary. Two value we have to create, one is key value and pair. The name act as a key, apple act as a value. So color act as a key, red act as a value. Taste acts as a key, sweet acts as a value. Number act as a key and 5 act as a value. So every element having key pair values, each key pair value separated by comma, all the elements enclosed in curly braces. This is the way we have to create a dictionary. So it's just like our real-time dictionary. Suppose your telephone dictionary. So how we are going to search the number based on address or person name. The person name and address act as a key, the telephone number act as a value. Just like your language dictionary, English dictionary, how we are going to find the meaning of the particular word? That word act as a key, that meaning act as a value. So that's why we go for a dictionary. So we created a dictionary. Suppose I want to display something. D of name is going to display value apple. So like that we have to create a dictionary. It's give the based on the key value we have to access value pair. The dictionary continuation. The value of dictionary can be Python data type. So the dictionaries are unordered key value pairs. So there is no order, we can store key value pairs. The associate of key and value is called key value pair. So each element in a dictionary, key and value, is called key value pair. The dictionary do not support sequence operations of sequence data type, just like string, tuples and list. So this is unordered items, so it cannot support for sequence items. So that is called as mapping type. Set is another data type. A set is an unordered collection of data items. Every element is unique and cannot be changed, so it's immutable. So a set is created by placing all the items or elements inside parentheses, each element separated by commas. So the components also support compound data type. The set do not accept duplicate element. It can have any number of items and they may be different types. Add and update functions are used to add or update new entries in the existing list. Suppose we want to modify, means we go for a special functions. Element can be removed in the set, we have to use remove function or discard functions. So the functions only to modify the sets. See the example. S is a set variable. Set open parenthesis. Inside you have to pass the list 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So this is a sequence of a sets elements. So each element separated by commas. So now you have to display print yes. What will happen? The entire set display. The main thing you go for set do not accept duplicate elements. So 1 and 2 is exist, repeat second time. So remove the duplicate elements, going to display original elements. So see the output 1, 2, 3, 4. But 1 and 2 already exist, so remove the duplicates. That is the beauty of set data type. Boolean. The Boolean data type is a data type having two values, usually denoted true and false. We converting a Boolean to an integer. The integer value is always 0 or 1. When converting it an integer to Boolean, the Boolean values are true for all integer except 0. So non-zero value all are accept true. The Boolean true value is non-zero or non-null or non-empty value, it take it as a true. So remaining everything false. So in this topic data type, we discussed different data types using in Python. One is number, the number having integer, floating point, long, complex, and then Boolean, and then sequence, the sequence having string, tuples, list, and set also we discussed, and finally we discussed dictionaries. These are the different data types we are using in a Python. So thank you for watching this video.